Hi, I'm David Lopez, and first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all the donors and everybody who support me through this journey. Has not been easy, has not been short. Uh, have been a wonderful journey, and I am truly thankful for everything. Thank you so much. About 5 years ago, I first heard about Trump from Josh Horak. He came to Mexico and shared on the youth group I was at about this wonderful wilderness experience. He mentioned first just the 20 days. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I want to do that. Then I went into his website and saw that you guys had 40 days wilderness courses. And I was like, oh, yeah, I need to do that. So ever since, I've been praying about it and trying to figure out how I was going to get here. Eventually, God started to open doors and provided ways for me. And 5 years later, I was here. I was packing my backpack back as from and getting ready to start this incredible journey. I have to be honest, halfway through the course, I was like, oh man, maybe I should have chosen the 20 days. This is rough. But I'm still so thankful that I did the 40. I mean, God just spoke to me in such a marvelous way. And something I want to share with you guys. Uh, I came into SRAM this year with an open heart. I know that it was a transition in my life. I just finished college. I went for system engineering and software development, and I was pretty sure I was just coming here for vacations, quote unquote, and then going back to Mexico to continue working on software development. Um, about 2 weeks in, we have this time or solo. We spent about 48 hours completely alone without anybody else in the team, without the instructors. And we get finally time to just dig into the Bible and be with God. During this time, I prayed to God to show me what He wanted from me, what He wanted in my life, and what next steps should I take. And I was really sure He was going to tell me, just go back, continue working, get married, have a family, normal stuff. But He decided to tell me that, no, drop all your dreams and desire, leave that behind, and start doing ministry. For me, doing ministry is so crazy. I've never seen myself going forward in front of people and just sharing, just going alongside someone else. For me, people have done that for me, but that being my number one priority never was. And it wasn't just ministry. He told me, do youth ministry. Youth. That is crazy. I I love hanging out with people younger than me, but I don't like getting involved, getting dirty in what they're doing. I don't like getting involved in all that drama. And for youth ministry, pretty much you have to do that. So I said, fine, God, I'll do that. I'll continue doing what you tell me to do, even if it's hard. And it got harder, and he kept asking me to do this crazy stuff. And I said, fine. Eventually, almost by the end of the trip, Andrew, one of our instructors, mentioned about getting baptized. I was like, well, I was already baptized several years ago. Why would I do that again? And pretty much the answer is because getting baptized, it's an outward expression of something God doing inside of you and doing in your life. So this is a new beginning for me. This is a life-changing opportunity to stop doing what I want, stop following my desires, and letting God do all the decision making. Letting God direct my life to the path He wants, and just, for me, enjoy the walk with Him. From trips, it's not only about the wilderness experience. You get to learn a lot about leadership. They have this cool activity every day called Leader of the Day, and it gets rotated between all the students. Pretty much what you have to do is facilitate the day and help navigate from point A to point B. Could be just 2 miles or could be 8 miles. It all depends on what you're doing that day. And you have to make sure that you know how to read the map and how to organize the whole group so you can travel safely. For me, that was pretty difficult because I've never thought of myself like stepping in front of a whole group and telling them, okay, guys, we have 5 miles to go through today, and we have to go up talus fields, or we have to go down a creek, or I don't know, different challenges. And as far the more we went into the course, it harder it gets, and it demands more emotionally and physically from you. So I had to just pull myself together, be able to stand in the front, and even that everybody was tired, everyone wanted to have a rest day, just being able to pull them forward and have them alongside you to get to their goal, that really helped me developing my leadership skills. Another cool thing about it is that you never know how people's going to react. People are pretty cool that way, and you have to meet them where they're at. Forget about yourself, forget how you feel. If you want 10 more minutes on the break, you have to think on the whole group and think about those people who, if we stay there longer, we might not get to camp early enough, or the storm might catch up to us. I think that the leadership opportunity that SRAM allowed me to have and to grow, it was pretty awesome. Something I didn't mention to the team at first is that I'm afraid of heights. I have this horrible phobia to heights. And throughout the years, I've learned to control this. To, like, when I'm getting to a place I know that I might have a panic attack, I know how to just shelter myself and go through that emotion and then continue. But several times this trip, I was trapped on some places that I was like, oh wow, this is rough. How I'm going to go through this cliff? How I'm going to just with an 80-pound backpack go around this boulder, knowing that if I trip, it won't be a graceful landing. But something that was really cool is, even though those moments were hard, I had an amazing team who was willing to support me and go alongside of me, helping me get through those rough patches. Honestly, it was hard. If you ask me if I would do those parts again, I would probably say no. But it was so worth it. A cool activity we have is every day after the long hike and cooking dinner, we get together and we start doing this check-in to see how our day was. And normally at the beginning of the trip, we get to share about our lives and who we are and what we got from. On the first few days, I share about stuff I've been struggling with and how I was looking forward to this trip just to get away from that. After that, sharing that, we had a devo about declaring something about ourselves that we want to be and we're not there yet. We call it I am statements. The I am statements at first seemed silly. I was going through my journal and going like, okay, I am loved. I am David. I'm a brother. But when I broke down I am a brother, it just took me back to my family, took me back that I am really a brother. I have an older sister, a younger sister, and that my relationship with them hasn't been the greatest, and that I need to fix that, because God is a God of relationships. It's a God. He wants family to be together. He created the family. So working through that, okay, fine, God, I am a brother. What else am I? I am a son of God. I am a follower. And how he started lining up all these statements and showing me how he wanted me to follow that, how he wanted those things for my life. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that is pretty cool how everything started to link together. It was like this amazing, like spider web. Everything linked together and everything joins to form this beautiful big picture. The whole trip might seem a bit crazy. 40 days in the wilderness, disconnected from everything and everybody, with a group of strangers that you pretty much meet 24 hours before. And by the time you get on the van and go to the first camping spot, you're still trying to remember the names. But the trip's more than that. The trip is an opportunity for go and meet God in the highest places, in higher places where He will show you what He wants for your life. He's going to just extend grace for you, love, and just it's just the most amazing experience I've ever had.